I found out I had lupus on my 12th birthday, um, December 23rd, couple, like 3 years ago. Um, I was at Children's Hospital. I mean, I always knew something was wrong because I would always complain of joint pains, but we didn't know exactly what the diagnosis was. The doctors went from saying I just had arthritis to rheumatoid arthritis, and there was just some other stuff, but they really couldn't figure out what it was. And then on the 23rd of December, I was diagnosed with having lupus.
Lupus is an autoimmune disease that is not rare, it is not contagious. Anybody can actually get lupus, but it's mostly women. So 9 out of 10 diagnosed are women between the ages of 15 and 44. And what lupus does is it attacks any healthy tissue and organ in your body.
Living with lupus has been challenging for me. I went from being always happy, like, yay, to being like, oh, I don't want to do that. I'm really tired. Like, before I was diagnosed with lupus, I was very active in school. I played sports, I played volleyball, tennis, and I was always looking forward to basketball. I just loved being active in general. And with lupus, you have to be on pills, and you just get so tired and you get so weak that I became that way. I didn't really want to do anything. I stopped playing sports. I just started gaining weight, and I was completely unhealthy. But it kind of, wakes you up in the long run because it helped me get responsible. Like, I also had to remember when my doctor's appointments were, when to take my pills, because it's crucial. I have to do it, or else I'm just going to be that tired person that doesn't want to do anything. So it helps you in the long run. It's hard, but it pays off.
They have actually identified 3 types of lupus. The first would be a neonatal, which children are born with lupus, and they find that children recover from this with no reoccurrence, although there's not been studies done on if later in life they develop it, but it seems to go away. There's discoid lupus, which affects the skin. It's often red, raised rashes that can affect any part of the body, sometimes the whole body. You can have the achy joints, you can have the butterfly rash, but it tends not to affect the organs. And then there's systemic lupus, which can go into the central nervous system, and it can affect any healthy tissue and organ in the body. But you can also display the rash. You will still have the symptoms of fatigue and swollen joints and muscles. And people can live very healthy with lupus, but it's a disease of management. So learning how to manage a disease is essential to living a healthy life. If somebody was diagnosed 20 and 30 years ago, they were given maybe 2 to 5 years to live. But now, barring major complications that people cannot recover from, they can live a healthy lifespan.
I found out about the Lupus Foundation 2 years ago, after the last time I had came back from the hospital. They told me, one of my rheumatologists told me about it, and I got involved. She told me that they take people like me who have lupus out to events, and we just go and have fun. We just get some time to forget about the fact that we're stuck with this illness and we really can't do anything about it, but just go along with our days. I just thought it was like really cool, just because I used to just think it was just me. It was just me. You turn on the TV and you hear about cancer and you hear about Alzheimer's and all these other diseases, and you don't hear anything about lupus. And even when I tell my friends, they're like, "What's lupus? What's that?" I just thought I was alone, and it just showed me that I wasn't alone and that I had someone who felt just as I did. So I thought it was a really cool program, and I joined it. So we just go out. I got to, after a while, I started volunteering for them. I just helped out the little kids that went there because there's 5-year-olds that have it. It's really sad.
One thing that you always have in common if you get together with people who understand is you almost don't have to talk about it because you guys get it, you know, and you move forward. And that's comforting, that's reassuring, and it's also empowering. And I think just learning everything that you can and knowing that you didn't deserve this, but it was something that was given to you. You didn't ask for it. It's not something you're going to give to somebody else. You didn't make it happen. It just happened. You're one of those that it happened to. Right now, the statistics say 1 out of 185 Americans are diagnosed. That's a high statistic. And I grew up with lupus. My mom had lupus. She never met anybody with lupus in her life, except herself. So don't isolate. You're not alone, and I think that's the biggest thing. So get out there and share, and I think fear is the thing that holds people back. And there's nothing to be ashamed of, and there's nothing to fear. I mean, I think sometimes there's a lot scarier things out there. So, you know, do what you want to do, but know that sometimes you may not do it on your schedule. And that's part of your new normal and how you live with it.
My hope is that one day that it'll all go away. There will be no more lupus. There will be no more prednisones. There will be no more steroids. There will be no more treatment. There will be no more hospitals for me and for every other person just like me out there. Because, I mean, I've heard of stories of people that had lupus for 20 years and all of a sudden it disappears. And I have a lot of hope. I hope that one day that will be also me. Like, it just goes away and never comes back and goes away for everyone else too. But the thing, you know, that's what having lupus does. It also gives you hope. And with hope, you get stronger. So you gotta just keep pushing on.